everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is recapping everything I made for May. Now, to start things off, and I'll just keep these here. These were 15. Oops, one is poking out. These are 15 different patterns that I had tested for a super secret project for a super secret designer. So yeah, I just can't show you them because it's still a secret what the designer is planning on releasing, but I'm so glad and stoked that I was able to do them, you know, test them out for her. Now, some of these plushies you might have seen if you watched my Did I Reach My Goal video that I posted a few days back. If you haven't, please have a look because it's a very fun one. But yeah, these aren't in any particular order. I'll just try to like pull them out and show you. So these were 2 axolotls that I needed to finish. I literally was just missing this back fin, and since I didn't have the correct yarn anymore, I just added a bit of those frilly colors of the same color of the back frill to the front so that they matched. I pattern tested for Whimsy Shades of Crochet's newest pattern. It's the Cam the Clam pattern, and it's a fidget one. So the idea behind it is that you get like that, you don't get the snap or the pop, but you do get like that, like, yeah, like that with them. So I made 2, and it's just the most adorable thing. I'm not gonna try it on camera. I'll try and remember to include the video clip of both of them swinging on one of my swings. This swing pattern is a free one that's available on my Etsy, and it's a free tutorial here on YouTube, and you get the paid version, which is a PDF, over on my Etsy. So I got these 2 little fellas. I then tested 2 snails. One is the long head and the other one's the small head, if I'm not mistaken, or the short head. But they are 2 different snails, and these were for Yarnaholic Sociopath, and you can make both in under 20 minutes. I'm telling you, like, both. Another pattern test, this was for Kawaii Cuddlebug. This is her Strawberry Cutie pattern, and I used Parfait. No, it's not Parfait. It's Premier Yarns Basics Chenille, and I just love how soft she is, and the colors are just phenomenal. Like, I love them. I pattern tested for Crochet Grove. It's one of those things where it's like a dream come true. I don't know, like, it's been maybe a year or a year and a half or so that I've been like weirdly stalking her tester calls to see if she picked me, and she did this time. And the small seahorse is available as a free pattern on her Instagram, and you can buy all 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken, all 3 of them as a bundle. The medium and the large one, they're paid, a paid pattern. But I just love, you know, it's a perfect market make for sure. And it turns out so adorable. I pattern tested for Tasha's Crochet Nook. All the people that I mention will be linked down below. And I tested her Squirtle pattern, and I even made some custom eyes for him. I don't know if it's going to focus, but yeah, I designed, like, I painted his eyes so like so that they looked like bubbles, since his whole thing is like bubbles. I kept on making turtles and turtles and turtles because I just love making turtles. So if you saw my other video, you know that I released a turtle pattern earlier in May, and it's my Terra Net pattern. This is how she looks. You can sew on the hat, or you can add a strap, and then it's like interactive like this one, and you can just like take it off and have loads of fun with it. This is also a Terra Net pattern. This is Terra Net. It's just that it's been made with basics chenille and a 6mm crochet hook, whereas this one was made with a 5mm crochet hook and parfait chunky, but it's the same exact pattern. I made her quite a bit. So these are the 3 that I made, but I also made 4 more, but 2, well, actually all 4 of those were gifted away, as you know, just because presents or birthday party presents, because, you know, my boys get invited to birthday parties, and I just love it when they have so much fun and they're like, Mom, you know, the party girl or the party boy loves this color, can you make them something? And I'm like, okay, sure, I will. I love it. I'm all for it. That's kind of one of the reasons why I do what I do. So turtles. Just so you have an idea, because I do have both my turtle patterns on my Etsy sold individually and as a bundle. This is my original pattern. This is Terra and her little sister, Terra Net. And you can already see like the difference in size. This I did not make her in May. I made her like back in January, February. But I am starting on making them again, you know, just to take pictures of them together. So we have those turtles, and then this one was made today. Like, I finished it today in June, but to date I've made, let's see, I made 5, 6, 7. I've made 7, and I plan on making more. This was a pattern test for handmade crochet or handmade crafts by Ave. I really do need to ask her if, like, how those 2 letters are pronounced, just so that I don't butcher it every time I say her name. Again, if you saw my other video, you've probably heard me talking about this pattern, but I love it. And I've even listed it as a custom made item on my Etsy, where the person chooses the color they would like for the petals, and then I pick the other colors. This is the second one that has already sold from it, and I'm super, super stoked. 1, because I get to make a turtle, and 2, I get to not only make a turtle, but design something unique for someone. I don't know, I just love it. But yeah, this is her handmade crafts by Ave pattern. I already set aside some colors to make my own, because I do plan on, you know, on having one for myself. And I don't have them all here, but one other thing that I made, even though I didn't finish them, so maybe I haven't made them, I don't know, are octos. Well, autos. Some autos. I just need to stuff them, hot glue on the safety eyes, and close them up, which I'll do eventually. But I made 2, and then let's see, I made 3. So I made about 10. I don't have them all here. They should be somewhere in like a bag over here, but I'm not gonna like dive into that just yet, because yeah, it'll go crazy. It'll get, you know, things will get crazy pretty quickly. The other one that I made was Apache Puppy, And I just love this idea of using yarn scraps because it just means that this is truly a one-of-a-kind item. Like, even if I have 3 people requesting more or less the same colors, they're not gonna look the same. I finally got around to making Linus the Love Lobster. Let me pull, oh my gosh, the fluffies. Let me just like, because I always have like this issue, like whenever I do one of these videos, it's like I'm talking about the plushies while picking at them. So yeah, so there we go, a bit better. So this is Linus the Love Lobster, and the pattern is by Melissa Crochets. Again, all the people whose patterns I've talked about will be linked down below. I'll be linking straight to the pattern, not to their Instagram. That way, if you love this pattern, just like I did, and I highly recommend you get it, yeah, it'll be easier for you to get the pattern. So yeah, this is Linus. I used Bernat blanket in crimson. This is a felt mouth I got from Bruncesca Designs, and these are my own custom eyes. So it's red and gold, and I'm super excited for him because ever since Melissa's published the pattern, I bought it, and it's been sitting there, and I've been like, I want to make a lobster, and it got swept into the back burner, but I finally made him, and yay for that. This next part of the video is my plan for this month particularly. Is slowly but surely I am going to go over each of my patterns and make sure that everything's cohesive, that they are all in the same format and not the 3 different formats that they currently are in. Format being like the style, like how I've written patterns, how I write patterns now is different from when I started writing out these patterns. If you went and bought, for example, one of my scrunchie patterns, you'll get a white piece of, well, not a white piece of paper, but on the file, it'll be a white background with my old logo, a little bit of description, and like it was really well explained, but more like if it were a Word document rather than like a pattern per se. It was very textbooky. Nothing wrong with that, but I've since changed my patterns. In fact, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is a glimpse of my Terranet pattern. This is how I write patterns now, how they're designed. This is the format, more or less. And then, like, in terms of, I divide everything by sections and so on and so forth. But before that, I used to write most of my patterns, and again, there is nothing wrong with it. It's just that I want, like, if someone goes, I just want to buy her scrunchie patterns now, they're not like, whoa, wait, where did this come from? Okay, this is the old format. See, that's my old logo, and basically it would be like a pretty straightforward pattern with the pictures, this is what you need to do, and like that. Again, nothing wrong with that. I just want things to be a bit more cohesive. And then I had 2 plushie patterns that were in a different format, you know, different from that. This is for Buster, and that's like the format. And you know, again, I want to have everything more cohesive. So that's the plan. Over June and July, just slowly, you know, dust off my patterns, check them out, make sure that the PDF is like, each of the PDFs is what they're supposed to look like. So much so, I already started, and the first one is with Buster. This is my Buster Buffalo pattern, and I'll be having a tester call for him in just a bit, or maybe I already have it out. But yeah, it depends on when this video goes out. All right, so that's the plan for June, mostly. If you haven't already picked out, I love making turtles. Give me all the turtles. So much so that I'll be making a YouTube or like video recap, video review or something like that of turtle patterns. Some of them you've already seen on my channel. Other patterns, not so much. But I love I love making turtles, and I have about, let's see, because I did my job. I went into my crochet pattern folder and I pulled out all the patterns that say turtle and put it into a file. I have 28 turtle patterns. Yep, you heard right, 28. And those are the ones that were on my iPad. So I need to check if I have, like, I know between laptop and like your phone and iPad are supposed to all like be in sync, but I need to make sure. And I also have some free ones that I've saved on Instagram. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to go around it, but I will make the turtles. Maybe not each of the, like, because you have people like Happy Turtle Crochet where she has over, dare I say, 20 patterns, different turtle patterns. So I'm not gonna make each of those, but I'll pick a few of those. I'll talk about them. Some people love turtles, other people, they love the turtle, but they don't like making them. And hopefully, like, this will help other people, and I'll try and mention what makes them different. I know some people love the no-sew aspect of certain turtle patterns. Others don't mind at all having to sew things on. And then there's the there's the low sew version where you just have to like maybe sew on the head and maybe like a tail or something, but the rest is just like single crocheted in. So that's what I'm going to do as well. You know, kind of embrace this thing that I want to make turtles and make something that might be useful for others out there. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me, you know, going over everything I made in May, and also going over what I plan on making and doing over the course of June. So I'll check back in a while. I don't know when my next video is going to be, but yeah, bye.